Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. I'm Sir Pavan.
And I'm Adam.
And today we're watching Vinland Saga Season 1, Episode 10 called Ragnarok. What do you know about Ragnarok?
So I believe it's the end of the world in Norse mythology.
Didn't the king call the old general Ragnarok at the end?
Might be.
When he was like, thank you so much for your service, I'm gonna let my useless son, Prince, take over now. Maybe I missed that. I probably did.
Ragnarok is a specific thing in Norse mythology. I should double check that, but I believe that's accurate.
We met Thorkel, probably my favorite character at this point, honestly.
Which is shocking because he wears a headband, and you hate
That's
all
embarrassing,
things
but...
like headband, visor.
No, I hate when men wear visors.
Well, he is a man.
I'm fine if women wear visors because what do they do with their hair? But why does a man need a visor unless he also has long hair?
Style points.
It's just like a hat with no top. Like at that point, wear a hat.
Anyway, we've digressed already, and we're like a minute. Yes, we're splitting up the army.
Thorkel's great.
Thorkel's great. We don't know where he's gonna go because he's itching for battle, and nothing's gonna happen in London now. They've left a token force. They're setting this guy up to fail. The main force is marching inland to
regroup and come back stronger than ever in the spring or summer, or a year or two.
I don't think that's right.
Really?
They're going to attack another castle inland.
No, they are. But then they said, we need to get it together and we'll be back here in a year.
Oh, to London specifically.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're not giving up. They're just going to a different place to fight now.
See what I have to deal with here? All right, Ragnarok. It's either the name of the miffed general or the end of the world.
Or both.
Here we go, we'll find out. Season 1, Episode 10 of Vinland Saga is coming right now.
Ah, ったく冷えやがるな。いつまでここでにらめっこしてんだ？稼ぎになんねえぞ。王子がおじけづいてんだろ。こりゃウェセックスが当たりだったな。ちげえね。まったく貧乏くじひず。
Thorkel's back. You just discused that boulder.
That's a good taunt.
Whoa. That's Ragnarok.
Yeah.
Ragnar. That's what it is.
このまま侮辱を見過ごせば兵士としての名折れ突撃しましょう。皆指揮は十分です。我ら要請必ずやトルケルを討ち取ります。まだだ。相手はあのトルケル。迂闊に手は出せん。陛下直々に包囲軍を任されたのです。今こそ武勲を挙げる機会では。ならん。時が来れば殿下が命を下す。今は耐えるのだ。ラグナル殿。そこで主は彼に言われたのです。あなたの剣を治めなさい。剣を取る者は皆剣で滅びるのです。神父、すまんが少し外してくれるか。命令が何だってんだ。腰抜け王子がいつまでも黙ってられるか。おう、やろう。ご心配いりません。冬になれば撤退命令がなされるはず。それまでのご辛抱です。神よ、どうか殿下をお守りください。さあ、なんだよ。
Couple questions. So is this the year later? Like
No.
they had gone to Wessex, it didn't work out,
No.
and now they're back.
We're in like the next day from the episode we watched yesterday.
So what? They made it sound like Wessex failed.
I read that as like we wanted to go to Wessex. They left us here. We got the short end of the stick because they're gonna fight, and we're just
I
gonna
thought they
sit
were all
here.
on the same page. Like everybody was regrouping.
No, the majority of the force went to Wessex. They left 4,000 guys here with the prince to maintain the siege, like probably to keep troops here.
That definitely seems like enough to take them on.
Their main force with everybody got hammered.
How many did they originally have? If 4,000 are hanging out here and the rest went to Wessex.
A whole bunch.
So like let's ballpark 10,000 men minimum.
I think
You're
they
telling me
said
10,000 guys can't take on London Bridge.
they did not.
Something's off.
Thorkel was sinking ship. I mean, highly disadvantaged. They have a wall, a bridge. They've got oil arrows, stone. Like it's not a. They can't get up the towers. This is a strategic nightmare.
We were both maybe right. We don't have confirmation on Ragnarok yet, but the guy's name was Ragnar. Forget the okay.
Sarah just
Forget.
Ragnar.
I was partially
okay?
there. Okay, I was partially there. His name is Ragnar. Forget everything else I said. Also, Christianity. Where was it coming from at this point? Like, I feel like it's rare that a person of Viking descent is praying to Jesus.
Yeah, he would have been connected with a missionary, probably in or from England. So for
But weren't the English originally Anglican and then the Catholicism became an issue with Henry VIII?
So I don't know, and I didn't see the king, the Danish king, didn't have a priest or a father with him. I didn't see. So this must be a prince thing only, like his gen. I was actually wondering if he's hiding behind religion because he's a coward, or if he
Well, they're
truly
making it
believes.
sound like he's a coward.
Yeah, well, his men.
Oh,
do,
but you think he's faking?
So I'm
being
wondering.
devout.
Yes, that's kind of, or if he truly believes and he doesn't think this is the righteous path. I'm curious about his motives.
Okay. My last point. Thorkel discusing those boulders.
That dude should be an Olympian. Those
Let me tell
Iosas
you,
were
my
impressive.
bicep tendon would just rip in half if I tried to even do that.
You definitely wouldn't struggle from small ball release syndrome with those, but I also don't think you could pick them up.
I
so.
actually was thinking that. I was like, could I throw that? I'm like, well, I know that they're large enough that I wouldn't have small ball release issues.
So your release point would be good, but I don't think you could pick them
Picking
up.
them up would be the hard thing. That's all.
大将も精が出るな。また嫌がらせか。せい、ラスゲート。あっちが攻めてこねえと戦になんねえだろうが。でけえよ声が。まあ慎重になったんだろう。なんせあっちの大将はデンマークの王子様だしな。え？何？王子来てんの？あれ、言ってなかったか？確か第二王子のクヌート殿下。
Is he excited?
Yeah. I'm imagining killing a prince or a king is probably up there for warriors.
Is he dreaming of better days? Or is this a flashback?
Probably a flashback. Because he was beat to a pulp.
母上がいる。姉上も。
Oh, must be a dream.
またアーレたちが羊の番をサボっている。この間も一頭いなくなったって大騒ぎしてたくせに。そうだ、晩ご飯だ。父上を呼びに行かなくちゃ。父上
Is he gonna have arrows in his chest? Okay, good. I thought it was gonna be like a horror, you know,
今
a
晩はお
nightmare.
肉だよ。夜のお祝いだからね。
ああ、そうか。もう冬至か。ずいぶん暖かいから忘れてたよ。ここはいいところだ。牧草にも不自由しない。
移り住んで正解だったな。
姉上はここじゃ奴隷が手に入らないから不便だって言ってるよ。奴隷買ったことないのにね、うち。
あいつらしいな。
僕はここ好き。ここに来てから母上も調子いいみたいだし。
Is this Vinland that they're dreaming of? That he's
Must be.
dreaming of?
Must be.
トルフィン、
何？
お前は長男だ。母上や姉上を守ってやらなきゃダメだぞ。わかるな。二人ともお前の帰りを待ちわびている。そんな人がいてくれるのはとても幸せなことなんだ。わかるか？だからな、もう復讐なんてやめろ。そんなこと俺が喜ぶと思うのか？
父上どうしよう、襲われてる。母上、姉上。
I was just a little too early with that.
「俺の国じゃなかったな。暖かくて草原が波打ってどこまでも。
しかし何考えてんだろうな、うちの親分は。もう冬になるぜ。本体はとっくに北に引き上げちまった。だのに俺らだけ居残ってこんなしけた村つまんでる。
So time has passed, you're right.
少しでも小遣い
Well,
稼い
that's
で帰ろうってことなん
10:13,
だ。
so he's
だったらもっとで
It's
かい
around
町
the
に
same
移そう
time.
ぜ。近くにブリストルとかあんだろ。
バカか。100人ばかしで何ができるってんだよ。
あ？バカ？今バカっつったか、おい。
お、聞こえたか。耳だけはバカじゃねえみてえだな。
なんだとてめえ。
んだこら。
まあ今年はあと 2,3 個村を食って終わりだな。また来年に期待しようや。
あるかね、来年が。
あ、
俺たちはもう10年もイングランドを荒らし回ってんだぜ。特に今年は凄まじかった。イングランド王も国外に逃げたっていうじゃねえか。もうこりゃデンマーク王の勝ちだよ。戦は終わりだ。
そうか、まだ早いんじゃねえの。ロンドンにはあのトルケルがいるぜ。野郎の嘘くせえ強さは見ただろうが。
トルケルね、確かに強えけど、そもそもありゃ俺らと同じノルド人だぜ。 死に体のイングランドをいつ見限ってもおかしくね。お、ああ、またか。
So the Norse are just like benefiting off the Danish hard work.
My understanding, and I think some people wrote this to me, so if I got it wrong, let me know. They're all Vikings. But Denmark either had a bigger population at the time or was more organized in terms of having a standing army. So it was Denmark's plan to go and take over England, and the other Vikings have either pledged allegiance or are willing to help out for spoils of war. Like, they don't really care what the outcome is, but they'll work within the context of what he wants to do to help out and then take their plunder back, is how I think it's working. So a bunch of time has passed. It's almost winter.
Whoa.
Couple months.
Yeah, I'm like, because last episode it was in 1013, so it's not like a ton of time has passed.
But essentially, like the raiding and warring. So maybe your thing was right, like Wessex didn't go well, so I wonder if they didn't take the city.
And these guys only had 100 men left.
So this is, yeah, I think this is Askeladd's group. And it seems like the Danish army retreated to the north for the winter. London is standing, presumably Wessex is still standing, but the King of England has fled. So we'll see what happens with that. We're also starting to see Thorfinn think about or remember his father, his family, some of the lessons. Maybe...
Only took him 11 years.
Yeah, maybe not so driven by revenge or wondering if there's another way. It's interesting how your subconscious kind of percolates that way if you're thinking about it. So that will be... He clearly doesn't fit in here.
No.
So it'll be interesting to see if they're not fighting. Does he give up? Does he go home? What
also,
happens?
can you imagine sleeping in a hay bale? Like, the number of mice and vermin and just bugs in there?
I mean, I can imagine that.
No, I
yeah.
cannot imagine it.
That doesn't surprise me.
こらこらこら、理由は何だ、理由は。
アークがトーレにバカって言った。トーレが怒ったけど、アークは
This guy's been splinched.
なんて
牛泥棒。
ああ、そうは言っちゃったか。じゃ仕方ねえ。どっちが死んでも後でちゃんとアシュラッドに報告しとけよ。
めんどくせえ。
Dude.
Cattle thief, big insult.
Here we go, baby.
夢に出てきた土地に似てる。アイスランドとはえらい違いだ。きっと今頃は雪が積もり始めているだろうな。
早起きだな、トルフィン。まだ日も昇ってねえぜ。あいつらが騒がしくて眠れないか。まあ、勘弁してやれや。ここんとこ行軍ばかりであいつらもイラついてたからな。たまにはああして気晴らしせんと。
気安く話しかけんな。てめえら最近勘違いしてんじゃねえのか。
Do you think he's gonna ask him to
てめえ
let
ら
him
の
leave?
仲間じゃねえ。
No.
てめえは俺をうまいこと操ってるつもりだろ。今はそうやってうぬぼれてろ。俺に喉を裂かれてくたばるその日までな。
怖いね。 あのちびがきが俺にガン飛ばすとは成長したもんだ。ま、時間は若いお前の味方だ。お前は成長し、俺は老いる。いつかお前に負ける日も来るだろう。当然のことだ。どんな強者もいずれは死ぬ。周りを見てみろ、トロフィン。この石これは今のイングランドの住人、サクソン人が作ったものじゃない。サクソンよりも前の住人のものだ。強い民族だったそうだ。だが500年前サクソンに滅ぼされた。
Was it the Roman Empire that extended all the way that far?
国の名はブリタニア。高度な文明だった。今よりもずっとな。
周りくどいんだよ。何が言いて？
せっかちだね。年寄りの話は聞くもんだぜ。まあつまりだな。人間の世界は緩やかに、だが確実に老いてきてるってことさ。ローマ人をサクソンが滅ぼし、そのサクソンを今度は俺たちが滅ぼす。かつてのローマ帝国の栄光は遠い過去になる。なんでもキリスト教徒どもの言うことにはあと20年もしたら最後の審判が下るそうじゃねえか。
Ow.
その日、人間はすべて神に殺され、今の世は完全に滅ぶんだそう
だ。ラグナロク。
見ろトルフィー、滑稽じゃねえか。黄昏の時代の夜明けだ。
I love that line.
Can you imagine somebody wandering Roman ruins and finding a coin and just being like, garbage? But it's just like, it's such a mind bender to think about like how relatively new those ruins are. You
Compared
know?
to what they are now.
Yeah, like, can you imagine seeing them in 1013? That's crazy.
I mean, we went and stood in, like, we were in Rome in the
Colosseum or the Forum?
in the Forum, and just you can see the outline of where the buildings would be. Like, nothing is left, but it's still amazing to stand there. Imagine what it looked like when there was...
When it's like new.
Yeah, new ruins.
Yeah.
But their conversation is interesting, and so it happens all the time. And it's just, I think about this in my life all the time, because when you're coaching, you want your athletes who are 19, 20, 21 to learn the lessons then that you struggle your whole career to figure out. But you have to be ready. And Thorfinn is so many emotions, just so angry. And Askeladd is trying to make a point like, maybe this isn't worth it for you. Without telling him, being like, you will beat me one day, but I'm gonna be old. Like, is that really what you... Exactly. Thorfinn wants to beat him at his prime. That's what, I'm better than you. Beating somebody because they get old. I wonder if the thought of him winning because of old age and not because he's better, like, all of those things seem to weigh against sticking around just for revenge for your whole life. And I wonder if he's going to keep having these thoughts of his family, of his sister, of his mom, of Vinland.
We're assuming it's Vinland.
Yeah, we'll see.
夜明けだ。馬だ、一騎。
イングランドの兵か。
いや、あれは友軍だ。妙だな。 ここらには俺らしかいないはずだが。おい、待たれよ貴公。我らはスベン王配下アシェラッド隊。貴公はいずれより参られたか。
おお、貴公は本隊所属か。我はクヌート王子殿下のラグナル隊。本隊へ伝令。
クヌート王子。
この近くなのか。
あいにくだが本隊はずっと北だ。もう本拠地へ帰りつつある。
なら貴公はこんなところで何を。
何ちょいとそこの村で小銭稼ぎをね。
勝手に部隊から離れたのか。
まあまあ固いこと言うなよ。馬も疲れてるようだぜ。なんなら新しいのと取り替えてやろうか。
トルケルか。
ああ、もうそこまで来てる。数は500ほど。奴の直参だけ連れてきたようだ。本隊の足跡をたどってきてる。もうじきマールバラに至るだろう。
おい、マジかよ。
500で本隊とやりようきか。
バカなのかトルケルって。
ロンドンの包囲軍はクヌート王子の4000がいたはずだが。
そんなものとっくに撃破されたよ。俺がその生き残りだ。
Like really though?
Ooh, counterattack.
奴らトルケルを先頭に砦から撃って出て
When
き
did
た。
this happen? I heard that Prince Canute was running a show and he's like, let's do it. Swing this tree around.
熊みてえに強かった。誰もなすすべなかった。本体まで一直線だ。
殿下、殿下。
主よ、彼らに安らかな眠りを。その魂が救われん。
殿下、トルケルめがそこまで。すぐにここを。
He's real close.
Boo.
王子様みっけ。
Bye bye, Princey.
What do you think the history is there? Or just he heard Prince and he's like, perfect.
I think so. Or, I mean, he did fight for Norway, or Denmark at one point, didn't he?
Who?
Thorkel.
He's Norwegian.
I know, but he was fighting for Denmark at one point, is what I think they heard.
Really?
I heard, yeah. Maybe the prince did him dirty somehow.
This guy seems very inexperienced.
Yeah, so maybe. I can't tell if it's personal or not.
Yeah. Also, when did this happen though?
奴らの虜だ。トルケル軍と共にいらっしゃる。
Ransom.
殿下を奪還すべく残存兵力が再結集を試みているが、集まった兵は400に満たない。士気も
They're
高
at
いとはいえ。
4,000. They lost
これから本隊
90%.
へ応援を頼みに行くところだ。貴公らも加わってくれ。今は100人でもありがたい。
Well, that's all they have. So, are they gonna go or not?
What's in it for us?
どうする？決めるのはあんただ。あしらって。
まったくおちおち黄昏れてもねえな。
Thorfinn gets to be reunited with Thorkel.
ラグナロクの足音がよ。え？埋めとけ。こいつの乗ってきた馬もだ。いいか野郎ども、よく聞け。我々は今からクヌート王子殿下の救出に向かう。 相手はトルケル以下500。だが他の部隊の手は借りん。ここが博打の打ちどころだ。
Is this him trying to prove he still got it?
デンマーク王位継承権第2位の方。どちらの軍に渡しても報酬はたんまりだ。お前ら想像できるか？デンマークとイングランド、二大国の覇者が賜るご褒美をみすみす他の奴らに譲る手はねえぜ。おお、よーしやろう。俺たちの手柄だ。やってやろうぜ。
どうすんだよ、焚きつけちまって。相手はトルケルだぞ。賞賛あんのか？
さあな。
さあなって、お前。
黄昏の時代だぜ、ビオル。どうせならバーッと暴れてみようじゃねえか。
Decision making under false pretenses is never a good idea.
What do you mean? False pretenses?
No, false pretenses, but
who's he lying to?
That the world's gonna end in 20 years. Like that the end is coming near the
No,
year.
I think he knows that he's getting older and he's like losing his
step.
Yeah, and this is his way of proving he still got it. Which, like, let's sacrifice 100 men just for my own peace of mind.
So you don't think it's just purely a greed play? Like ransoming
My
royalty?
instinct is no.
Okay. But I think it was pretty common. Like I think royalty was often ransomed for massive amounts of money.
But you actually think the 100 men can beat 500 of Thorkel's men? Like that's a suicide mission. That's why I'm thinking that there's like his ego involved somehow.
Maybe. I think Askeladd is smarter than that. I think he's got some kind of... He's gonna use Thorfinn.
Exactly,
to like
he's gonna use Thorfinn. He always uses Thorfinn.
Well,
and then takes credit for everything.
We got a new storyline to follow.
So Ragnarok is the end of the world.
Yeah.
And it was predicted that it would end in 1033.
I think they said 20 years from now.
Yeah.
Correct. Yes. I guess that's what he said, the Christian.
Oh. I wonder what the, reasoning was for coming up with that.
Somebody's always saying the world's going to end next year.
Does anybody remember Y2K? Is anybody old enough to legit remember it? Okay.
Let's go.
This is the chance for Thorfinn and Thorkel to reconnect, get the lowdown on Thorkel's history with Thor's.
Mm-hmm.
Thorfinn can join with Thorkel now. He'll let him reunite with his sister and mom, head to Vinland, train up some more, become his own leader, and then return and destroy Askeladd. Or maybe he'll get over that.
We don't need to watch anymore.
Usually Adam's writing the stories.
I like your version.
I honestly love this one, this anime.
Yeah. It's been very, very good. I really enjoyed it.
We always just trust you guys blindly, and we're like, yes, sure.
You haven't led us astray
Whatever
so far.
the group wants to watch, we are down. The history is drawing me in so much.
Yeah. A lot of the anime we're watching are my jams, so I'm enjoying it right now.
Oh, we asked some questions. We made some statements. I know, Ragnar. Just let me off the hook with that one, okay? Let's just drop it. So if you could provide some answers or guide us in the right direction without any spoilers, we'd be so happy. And as always, we'd be so excited if you would like this video, subscribe to my channel, and stay tuned for more Vinland Saga coming next week. Bye.